AI is disrupting digital marketing faster than any other industry. And anyone who's paying attention right now is scrambling to figure out what to do about it. And while no one knows what it's going to look like in even 1 or 2 years, I think we might already know everything we need to act. There are 3 trends I think it's important that we're paying attention to. 1, this isn't a new trend, but it is accelerating. It is way easier to build a personal brand than it is a business brand. That's largely because people connect with people, not with businesses. But it's also related to the second trend, and that's video and social media is stealing attention from traditional websites and search engines. More and more of people's time spent online is spent on these social media platforms, and it's almost entirely video content. That doesn't seem to be changing anytime soon. While there are AI videos, I think for the foreseeable future, people are going to want to see videos created by real humans. And the third trend is that people are turning more to AIs like ChatGPT instead of traditional search engines like Google. And of course, Google's responding with their AI mode and AI overviews. Now, it's important that we recognize how AI platforms like ChatGPT and AI mode differ from traditional search algorithms. And the primary difference really comes down to how people are searching. Google has already said that searches in AI mode are 2 to 3 times as long as searches in traditional search. And for anyone who uses programs like ChatGPT a lot, the average search is probably more like 5 or 10 times as long. And that's because these programs allow us to provide a lot more context and nuance when we're asking questions. Instead of saying, best Italian restaurant near me, you might say, hey, me and 5 of my friends are going out for Italian. We were thinking about going over to one of these 3 districts. And by the way, 2 of my friends have celiac disease. Oh, and we are really hoping to find somewhere that has good seafood. Right now, most SEOs aren't optimizing for queries like that. So how do you optimize for these AI algorithms while also taking advantage of video platforms and building a personal brand? I have a 3-step process that I've been trying for myself and a few clients, and so far it's working pretty well. The first step is to create content. There's lots of ways to do this, but I think there's 3 main ways that make sense right now. One is short form content like this, just sharing opinions, insights, stories, answering common questions or objections. This is my favorite because as long as you don't mind talking to a camera, you can do it really quickly. The second is long form video. This takes a lot more work and it's hard to do well. And finally, there's text content. Now, if you're not a prolific writer, I do recommend putting together some kind of AI workflow that allows you to create high quality content at scale. And instead of targeting traditional search terms for these articles, you should just be answering very specific questions that might not show up in the keyword research, but you know your audience is asking. That way, when someone's using a tool like ChatGPT and they have a very specific question, you're likely going to be the only article online that addresses that question specifically. Make sure the articles are structured in an NLP-friendly format. Use short, direct sentences, proper heading structure, and any appropriate schema markup on the page. Now, building a workflow like this does take some time, but once it's set up, you can create high quality content within 15 minutes. But this is actually best done in conjunction with video content, which brings me to step 2 of the process. Repurpose your content. In my experience, this is one of the best uses of modern AI. Once you have a transcript from a video, it's very easy to turn that into a high quality article or post for social media. So take your most popular short form videos and turn those into social media posts or ads that you can run on social media with a call to action at the end. Take your most popular long form videos and turn them into full articles or lead magnets. And take your most popular articles and consider making a video on the same topic. And then step 3 is to distribute and monitor. So you can post one piece of content to 8 to 12 different platforms using this method. And most of them are going to fall flat and gain no traction, which is why you need a system that lets you do this efficiently. However, if you do this every day for a month, I guarantee at least one piece of content is going to pick up. Make sure you're monitoring these, responding to comments, getting involved in the conversation that's already going online. This also gets your name out there in popular sites like Reddit that ChatGPT and Google love. And then once you have a good sense of the type of posts that are gaining traction, you double down on those and you stop the others. Continue iterating like this, and eventually you find some format or set of topics that really resonates with your audience. Do that for long enough and you have a personal brand that people trust and these AI algorithms are gobbling up.